Chad, I know we talked through a few topics to cover today, but one of the things that kind of came up in the meantime that I want to maybe start with is you attended the Microsoft Inspire event this week, and obviously there was a lot of communication there about cloud and what they're doing. You want to just give us an update as to one, what that conference is, but then also what did you hear? What's coming down the pike?
Sure. Microsoft Inspire is Microsoft's global annual partner conference, and clearly they held it virtually this year for the first time ever. It was completely virtual. Microsoft, being a technology company, both had to respond to that need and present it virtually themselves, but they're also responding as a product company for the types of tools that they're putting out there. And there were really four key tenets that echo a lot of what we were talking about as we were getting prepared for this roundtable, in that the number one challenge that Microsoft is trying to help people solve today is enabling the remote workforce. You should be able to get to your information, your applications from anywhere, at any time, from any device. You should be able to work as a team, no matter where you are, from anywhere, from any device, because that's just the reality now. You can't just spin around in your chair and ask the person behind you for that piece of paper. You have to be able to get it somewhere. We're also seeing a lot of businesses having to deal with the reality of needing to downsize and control costs, but they also need to be able to manage the business volume. And so we're seeing a lot of tools coming out, especially in construction, especially across groups that are gathering so much information about how do you develop and automate your business processes. You don't have to be a programmer anymore to automate processes. If people can write an Excel formula, they're able to say, I need that number to flow over to this program. Those tools exist now. And we're also seeing more business insights coming in where I've got all these different piles of information. How can I make a business decision based on that? You need to compile that and create a business insight, a dashboard, something that shows you your flow through your organization so that you can actually make leadership decisions on it. And then the same way that you're having to stay connected internally, people are having to figure out new ways to stay connected with their customers. Where before you used to have a project meeting, you go out on site and have that project meeting. Now that needs to happen virtually. Well, they need the same type of information that you've got available. You've got plans, updates, photos, sketches, changes. Those things have to flow in the same sort of virtual environment that we're all working in. And lastly, underpinning this all is still this focus on security and continuity. When it was everybody in the same office, it was hard enough making sure that people kept all their accounts secure, their passwords secure, that no one's email was getting hacked. That problem is 3 times larger now that everybody's working from home. What are they accessing your systems from? Are they just using the home computer that the kids are using? I'm sure the kids follow the same software etiquette that you would. You wouldn't install things that you wouldn't expect. But are they tying into your office network from that home computer? How are they secured? How are they logging in? Do they just use the same password that they use on 3 other websites, and that's now the remote access to the emergency solution that you had to set up to work from home? Those are the types of things that we now have to take a step back and look at and say, how do we make these robust? How do we make them secure? And how do we make them scalable?